Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of May 12, 2025. I'm your host, Sharifa Mohammed, MGT.
I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. As of May 12, 2025, the armed forces of the Russian Federation have resumed full-scale operations across all axes following the expiration of the Victory Day ceasefire. The current phase of the special military operation is marked by a sustained offensive posture aimed at degrading enemy capabilities, seizing tactically significant ground, and disrupting Ukrainian logistics and command infrastructure.
Welcome to Frontline Updates, the podcast that brings you in-depth insights into military operations from those leading them on the ground. Today, we're joined by Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer monitoring critical missions on the progress of the special military operation as of today. Colonel Oguntoye, thank you for being with us.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Let's begin with the big picture. What has defined the battlefield on May 12th?
The battlefield today reflects a coordinated return to full-spectrum operations following the conclusion of the Victory Day ceasefire. Since May 8th, we've witnessed intensified Ukrainian aggression during what was intended to be a humanitarian pause. That breach in trust has only reinforced the need to regain the initiative. As of May 12th, we have re-engaged with comprehensive operations across all theaters, north to south, east to west. Our forces are focusing not only on inflicting tactical losses but also on seizing key terrain, dismantling Ukrainian force structures, and degrading rear-area logistics through long-range precision strikes. The emphasis is on disrupting enemy sustainment and accelerating attrition at the brigade and battalion levels.
Let's take a tour through the different fronts. Can you walk us through what's happening sector by sector? Let's begin in the north, particularly in Sumy Oblast.
Our forces there engaged and inflicted significant losses on a mechanized brigade, assault regiments, and territorial defense units across 5 settlements, including Pavlovka and Rizevka. Crucially, we eliminated a U.S.-made HIMARS system, electronic warfare assets, and several ammunition depots. That degrades both long-range fire capabilities and battlefield awareness in that region.
And the West Group of Forces?
In the Western Theater, our Western Group of Forces improved their tactical positioning in areas like Kupiansk and Kharkovka. We engaged a mix of mechanized, assault, and airmobile brigades. What's notable here is the destruction of Western-supplied artillery systems and 2 EW stations. That's a serious blow to their ability to coordinate and respond.
Moving south?
The Southern Group secured advantageous terrain in Seversk and Zvanovka. Ukrainian losses exceeded 200 personnel in this sector, and we also neutralized 3 supply depots that hit their forward logistics hard.
What is the most significant development?
The most significant development came from our center group, which successfully liberated the settlement of Kotlyarovka in Donetsk. That's not just symbolic, it's an operational breakthrough. In that same operation, we defeated 5 mechanized brigades, a Jaeger unit, and a Marine brigade. That scale of force engagement, over 440 enemy personnel eliminated, speaks to the intensity and effectiveness of the maneuver.
And the East Group of Forces?
In the east, our troops advanced deeper into enemy defensive belts around Bogodar and Komar, taking out multiple artillery systems and a mix of mechanized and airborne brigades. And finally, our Dnieper Group inflicted losses on Ukrainian forces in Zaporizhia and Kherson, including 3 coastal defense brigades. That's part of our broader containment and pressure strategy on the southern front.
Those are major engagements. How is the Russian military integrating strike systems like aviation, drones, and long-range artillery in this phase of operations?
Integration is critical to our current doctrine. In the last 24 hours alone, we carried out strikes in 129 different districts. These weren't random, they were high-value targets. We hit infrastructure tied to military airfields, a shell assembly workshop, UAV and ammo storage facilities, and temporary deployment zones for Ukrainian and foreign combatants. What's especially important is that we're using layered capabilities. Strike drones are operating alongside traditional artillery and missile forces, enabling both kinetic effect and real-time target acquisition. Aviation, including our operational tactical aircraft, remains active in neutralizing fixed infrastructure and radar systems. We aim not only to deny the enemy firepower, but also to collapse their coordination and tempo.
On the defensive side, how is air defense performing against continued Ukrainian drone and missile attacks?
Air defense remains one of the most vital components of our force posture. In the past 24 hours, we've shot down 135 unmanned aerial vehicles, 9 JDAM-guided bombs, and 2 HIMARS rockets. That figure is consistent with the volume of threats we're now facing, particularly from Western-supplied systems. We're seeing increased attempts to strike our rear logistics and fixed sites, including attempts outside the defined combat zone. But our layered network, from short-range to long-range interceptors, is holding firm. It's not just about preventing damage, it's about denying the enemy confidence in their systems.
Let's talk about cumulative impact. How are these operations shaping the broader campaign?
Every engagement and every strike is part of an integrated strategy to degrade and disorganize the Ukrainian warfighting machine. The liberation of settlements like Kotlyarevka, the destruction of strategic systems like HIMARS and EW platforms, and the neutralization of combat brigades. These outcomes are shaping the trajectory of this conflict. We are steadily reducing their operational depth, depleting their experienced personnel, and limiting their ability to reconstitute units at scale. Momentum is on our side, but we're not complacent. We continue to refine our approach daily, responding to tactical conditions while maintaining strategic clarity.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you for the opportunity. To those watching, understand that we are not chasing headlines. We are executing a strategy designed to preserve stability, protect civilians, and ultimately win by outmaneuvering and outlasting our adversaries. That takes resolve. And that resolve remains unbroken.
This has been Frontline Updates. Stay tuned for continuing analysis and expert commentary as developments unfold.